Hare Krishna. ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So we are discussing the planetary systems, the Sishmar planetary system. So I'll just continue our discussion. This is what the people in the Janaloka, Maharloka, Tapaloka, they see when they see look down. This is what this is what they see, how all the planet systems are located on the body of Tishimar, all the heavenly planets, stars, and all. So this is a form of the Lord, and He is taking care of all these things. I'll just share the link for you. So because then we are discussing about subterranean planets, where we saw how while we go down and down, first we saw the planets which are in the Bhuvarloka planet system, not Svargaloka, like all these Siddhas, Charanas, Vidyadharas, they are in the Bhuvarloka planet systems. Rakshasas, that down is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal. So the description of these planets are given how Maidano is arranging all these things for them. Even though they don't have sun, they must be having good electricity. And without sun and moon only everything is nourished there. So different technologies they have. Maybe these people now they show that after the world war is over, there is no sun for so many years, and then some science fiction movies they try to show, no? So this is actually people survive in the subterranean planets. There is no day and night. It's all completely night only, and that's why they don't have Ayur Harati Vaipumsam. This shloka is don't apply only. There's we don't have rising and setting of sun. There is a question of hearing, but there are many serpents who are reciting who have gems on their body in all directions. They are. Uh, so this is a very interesting things. Since the residents of the planet drink and bathe in juices and lyrics made from wonderful herbs, they are free from all anxiety and physical diseases. If somebody has this drug in the air, they'll really make good market. Then all the cosmetic industry, they are trying to get such herbs, but they don't have access for it. So whatever they have, whatever they try to create something, some imitation, but it is not so excellent like this gem, these types of juices and electric. So this is very wonderful, free from anxieties, physical diseases. Not only that, they have no experience of gray hair, wrinkles or invalidity. Their body luster do not fade. Their perspiration does not cause a bad smell, and they're not troubled by fatigue or by lack of energy or enthusiasm due to old age. So, such nice advantages here. And they live very auspiciously and do not fear death from anything but death's established time, which is the effulgence of Sudashekra, Supreme Lord. And Prabhupada, right, this is the defect of material existence. Everything is subterranean, heaven is very nicely arranged. There are well situated residential quarters. There is a pleasing atmosphere. There is no bodily inconvenience or mental anxiety. But nevertheless, those who live there have to take another birth according to karma. Persons whose minds are dull cannot understand this defect of materialistic civilization aiming at material comforts. See, they will say, Array, we did pious activity and we are enjoying our credits. What is wrong with it? Why are you criticizing us? You are understanding the logic, what they may argue. Their argument is, I am not eating your food. Now, I did my pious activities and I am given credit. Some people are going and enjoying in heaven, and some people are going and enjoying in the lower planetary systems based on the taste. Some people have more sattva, they go up and enjoy. Some people are rajasic, but they also did pious activities. So they will also be given some credits and they can enjoy. But their taste is tamaguna, so they go down to. So we discussed this also. Or if you have money, how you enjoy is based on your taste. Now, the problem is not that they are doing wrong thing. The problem is they are doing useless things. That is the problem. So when acharyas they are trying to help, they are trying to say that, Array, these people are doing nonsense activities. So that's why you are continuing. One make his living condition very pleasing for senses, but despite all favorable condition, one must in due course of time meet death. The members of a demonic civilization endeavor to make their living conditions very comfortable, but they cannot check death. The influence of Sudarshan Chakra will not allow their so-called material happiness to endeavor. So this is the problem we tell them that this is not going to work for long. So why waste your time? And if you have something higher, better enjoy. So it is not wrong thing, but it is a useless thing. That is the point here. When Sudarshan enters those provinces, the pregnant wives of the demons all have miscarriage due to fear of its effulgence. And my dear king, now I shall describe the lower planet system. This we saw. This Atala, where Maidana is there, and then there is the son of Maidana, Bala. He has 96 kinds of mystic powers, and then he creates some beautiful women who are enjoying with men. So like that, some whatever, uh, some type of advertisement is there. So the Swairinis like to marry men, and Kamini marry men from any group. Pumschalis change husbands. If a man enters Atala, those women immediately capture him and induce him to drink an intoxication beverage made with a drug known as Hataka. It is cannabis indica. So don't try this type of drug which Prabhupada is giving the scientific name also. And then he says that the next planet is Atala, is below is Vitala, where Shiva is there with his all ghost, bhuta, preta, pisachas. And these are the people that are created, and then they drink wine, rivers. Sorry, yeah, that is how they are enjoying. And this purport we have discussed last time, and then we'll go down. Below the Vitala is another planet known as Sutala, where the great son of Maharaj Virochana, Bali Maharaj, resides. So here, this is the story. Glories of Bali Maharaj are explained here. And this whole section is about glorification of Bali Maharaj. My dear King Bali Maharaj donated all his possessions to Supreme Lord Vaman Dev. But one should certainly not conclude that he achieved his great worldly opulence in Bilvasarga as a result of his charitable disposition. The Supreme Lord, who is source of life for all living entities, lives within everyone as friendly super soul, and under his direction, a living entity enjoys or suffers in material world. Greatly appreciating the transcendental qualities of Lord Bali Maharaj, offered everything at his lotus feet. His purpose, however, was not to gain anything material but to become a pure devotee. For a pure devotee, the door of liberation is automatically open. One should not think that Bali Maharaj has given so much material opulence merely because of his charity. When one becomes a pure devotee in love, he may also be blessed with good material position by the will of Supreme Lord. However, one should not mistakenly think that the material opulence of a devotee is the result of his devotional service. The real result of devotional service is awakening of pure love for the Supreme Lord, which continues under all circumstances. So, this is the point that for us, more important is getting opportunity to serve. Say if Krishna comes to your house and say, I want to have your car, your house, and we say, Krishna, I only have one house, I only have one car. If I get two houses, then I'll give one. But Bali Maharaj did not do like that. He gave whatever he had. So that's why Lord is very pleased. And not only that, after taking everything, Lord said, I'll punish you. Bali Maharaj said, okay, my dear Lord. So imagine how much intense it must be. Like Krishna is coming to your house today and he is telling, okay, give me everything and all your bank balance, all the jewelries which you have saved, all the, you know, even your mobile also, and and then your television also, and everything. So now, how are we going to react? So that shows that how much we have love for Krishna. So Bali Maharaj don't know that he's going to get Sutaloka. We know that he's going to get, but he don't know whether he'll get anything. He just lost everything. All his friends and relatives they left him. His wife also started chastising him. You are having all this false ego. She is actually great lady. And no, nobody supported. All his enemies are making fun of him. Arey, he was like big man. Now he became lost. His enemies are making fun. His friends left him. His relatives, everybody left him. And Bali Maharaj knows that everything is going to go. His guru was actually cursing him, and still Bali Maharaj did it. So now, even if some, like say, Lord will come and say, "Give me," and your guru, so-called some, if you have any family guru, he says, "No, don't do it." Then we'll consider very seriously. My guru told not to give. Or your wife says, "Don't give," or friends or relatives. Even one person says, "Don't give." That person will become the most important person for us. He will not give based on his based on his opinion. So that is actually what happened to Bali Maharaj. So we are actually it's a very special personality because the real result of devotional service is awakening of pure love. So because he did that service, he awakened love. So something very special. Like say your daughter comes or your son comes to you and says, I want everything whatever you have. Mother and father will say, yes, my dear, everything is yours only. They will take mobile from the hand, they will take car keys, and sometimes when they're little big, they say, you write the house on my name, you write this, whatever property you have on my name. Parents happily write. Why they are doing? Because they have love. Of course, that is not love, it's an attachment only. But when it comes to Lord, we don't have that attachment or love. That's why we don't want to give. Then we want to give to Lord. So that is where we can know whether I have devotion or not. See, most valuable thing what we have in life is not money. What the most valuable thing we have in life is time. We are so attached to money. Lord says, okay, you are attached to money, but you don't know the value of time. You are not attached to your time. So you give me the time. So we think our time is free and we give it. We give to so many people for nothing. But Lord says, okay, anyway, you are giving for nonsense thing your time for TV, for your internet, social media, and gossip, this, that. Why don't you give your time to me? I will take care of it nicely. So that is the best thing we can do in life, right? So here, Bali Maharaj, not only time, everything is ready to give. So because we don't value time, we think it is free, we give it. We give it to many people. God is telling, give me also. So here, it's a very nice point that is explained here. If one who is embraced by hunger or who falls down or stumbles chant the holy name of Lord even once, willingly or unwillingly, immediately free from the reactions of past deeds, karmis entangled in mental activity face many difficulties in practice of mystic yoga and other endeavors to achieve that same freedom. So this is यस्य हा वाव कुटपन्त प्रक्लानादिषु विश्वस सकृन्नामाभिगर्णन् पुष्करकर्मबन्धनम् अञ्जसा विदुनोति यस्य हैव परिबाधनं मुमुक्षवो अन्यथोपलभ्यन्ते. This is what this sloka tells. And Prabhupada writes nice purport here, and he quotes from Chaitanya Charitamrita from Haridas Thakur also. This we have read last time. And then we have the Supreme Lord who is situated in everyone's heart as a super soul, sells himself to his devotees such as Narada Muni. In other words, the Lord gives pure love to such devotees and gives himself to those who love him purely. Great self-realized mystic yogis such as four Kumaras also derive great transcendental bliss from realizing the super soul within themselves. Bali Maharaj doorkeeper not because of his giving everything to the Lord, but because of his exalted position as a lover of Lord. So he developed so much love for the Lord. That's why Lord came there. Not just because he gave, I had to pay back. No. Supreme Lord did not award his mercy to Bali by giving him material happiness and opulence. For those make one forget loving service to Lord. The result of material opulence is that one can no longer absorb his mind in the Supreme Lord. See, very important verse. Material opulence now will make our mind absorbed in material opulence. That's why heavenly planets, why the demigods, they are praying that better we take birth in Bharatavarsha because of this reason. That material opulence is not allowing them to get absorption in the Lord. Prabhupada, there are two kinds of opulence. One which results from one's karma in material, whereas the other is spiritual. A surrendered soul who fully depends on Supreme Lord does not want material opulence for sense gratification. Therefore, a pure devotee is seen to possess exalted material opulence. It is not due to his karma, rather it is due to bhakti. So what devotees think, na? They say materially we should be very happy, and end of life I should go to spiritual world. That is not going to happen like that. you, you want to enjoy nicely here. In the end of the day, we say Hare Krishna and we go. That is not, uh, uh, unfortunately, it won't happen like that. And we have to Namo Akinchana Vittai, Namitta Gunavittai. The most opulent personalities also have to live it and then only they will attain. Bharat Maharaj, so exalted kingdom, he left everything, went to the forest. Prithu Maharaj went to the forest. Pandavas went to the forest. So even though they enjoyed material opulence for a quite long time, even Dhruva Maharaj, they have to go and spend some time in a by getting detachment also. That is compulsory. So the disadvantage here is if we have so much material opulence, when we give up, na, there is so much pain also. If you have less and you want to give it up, there's not much problem. So then, like you were traveling in train by some misfortune, somebody stole the bag, And if he has just two, three pairs of clothes and nothing more than that, we say, okay, let it be. But if he has so much, big bag or so many things, some electronic gadgets, is that it really very painful. So better to have less. Anyway, see, renouncing is compulsory for everyone. That is 100%. You all agree, right? For any great opulent king and all, they have to renounce only. Renunciation is compulsory. And from which level you are renouncing is what we should decide. I'll become a big king and renounce. I'll be a simple person and renounce. So, for a big king to renounce, you will need more energy, more commitment, and more absorption. For us, we told renounce, okay, no problem, because there's nothing to bother only. So, that is the great difference. So, question is, yeah, renunciation is not physical, it's mental renunciation. You should not, you start not identifying with it. You start identifying with Vaishnavas, Guru. And that's why this Purushottam Yogana, we have Urdhvamula Madashakam. We are actually increasing our size of the tree day by day. It is not reducing, it is only increasing. Any activity we do that is only increasing our the upside down tree, the size of it is increasing. Any activity which is not connected to Krishna, say I am eating which is not offered, I am talking which is not connected to Krishna, I am associating with people for time pass, sense gratification, or if I am anything that is increasing the size of tree. And the solution to come out of it, the solution to get rid of the tree is Ashwattha Moolam. So this Ashwattha tree, the only solution is Asanga Shastrena Dridena Chittva. When we hear from saintly persons, that association will help us to come out of it. So that is what is explained. So only solution is we should hear very, very attentively. When we hear very attentively, we can cut this tree. And especially this month, it is very helpful. Purushottam month, more credits we'll get. We can cut it more nicely. We have to cut the tree. The cutting of the trees, the solution is not detachment. Solution is association of saintly person. Detachment will definitely come because of that association. Because we more we get absorbed in their katha, more we get their emotions. And that is actually what we need. We want to experience the emotion of the devotees. For that, we have to hear from them. That is the point here. So, uh, here, Bali Maharaj could give up because he was so much absorbed. So, Lord is taking risk with Bali Maharaj by giving. He knows that Bali Maharaj will not get affected. That's why he gave opulence. He gave it to Yudhishthir Maharaj. He knows Yudhishthir will not get affected. Bharat Maharaj. So he knows whom to give, who will not get affected, who are completely absorbed in him. But for us, he will not take that much chance. He feels is more kind to us. If we take chance and he will make us opulent king like Bharat Maharaj, then very less likely that we'll remember him. Of course, some of you may be very exalted. I am not talking about them. I am just talking in normal, normal cases. So that is the point. So material opulences offered to demigods cause forgetfulness of Lord, but opulence was given to Bali Maharaj for continuing service to the Lord, which was free from any touch of Maya. You see the difference? Even demigods are also forgetting. What to speak of demons and all. And what to speak of earthly people like us. But Lord knows Bali will not do it. That's why he gave him, because he is so much absorbed. He will engage in Lord's service. When the Supreme Lord could see no other means of taking away everything away from Bali Maharaj, the Lord adopted the trick of begging from him and took away all three worlds. This thus only Bali Maharaj's body was left. But the Lord was still not satisfied. He arrested Bali Maharaj, bound him with rope of Varuna, threw him in a cave in a mountain. Nevertheless, although all his property was taken and he was thrown into a cave, Bali Maharaj was such a great devotee that he spoke as follows. So this is very interesting. Indrana in Brihad Bhagavatamrita he complains when Narada Muni is searching of a greatest of the devotees. He comes to Indra. He says, "Oh, you are such a great devotee. Lord is coming as your brother and is helping you to overcome the demons. How much Lord loves you. You must be the greatest devotee of the Lord." Indra says, Narada, please wait a minute." And then he says, "Arey, that is true, whatever you are telling, that no, Lord is coming for me, He's helping me get my kingdom back. But you should also know how He is doing it. He is not doing in a proper way. Even if He is giving back my kingdom, and there is so much humiliation behind it." He says, Arey, Lord could have at least fought with Bali Maharaj and given the kingdom. And then we'll say we acquired our kingdom by fighting. And at least I can, while enjoying the kingdom, I can say we fought very great battle and we won our kingdom. So I can peacefully enjoy the kingdom. But now what did Lord do? Um he cheated Bali Maharaj. and so even though Lord is doing, he is doing in a wrong way. That's what Indra says. He cheated him. Now after cheating, he's taking this kingdom and is giving me. So now when I am enjoying this kingdom, I always feel, I got this kingdom by cheating. For a big person, nah, it's like an insult. Everybody knows, how are you enjoying? You are enjoying some cheating property. Like say, somebody is staying very respectful person in a house and he acquired by cheating and everybody knows. Even if he's living in that house, he knows, everybody is thinking I cheated and took this house. So it's like a very great humiliation, right? So same thing is happening here. That Indra is feeling so much humiliated, even though he won. Balimara has lost. He is happy. Indra won, but he is miserable. Same in the case of Vritrasura also. Balimaraj, sorry, Vritrasura loses. Indra wins, but Indra is still humiliated. And after that, he stays for 100 celestial years in Manasarovar lake to get rid of that sin also. So the point is that Lord, how Lord is doing. It looks like his devotees are in a disadvantaged state, like Bali Maharaj or Vitrasur. No, Lord always favors his devotees. Allah, so this is what Bali Maharaj is playing. How pitiable it is for Indra. You see, Bali is very clearly understanding. The king of heaven, that although he is very learned and powerful, and although he chose Brihaspati as prime minister to instruct him, he is completely ignorant concerning the spiritual advancement. Brihaspati is also unintelligent because he did not properly instruct his disciple Indra. Lord Vamandev was standing at Indra's door, but King Indra, instead of begging him for an opportunity to render transcendental loving service, engaged in asking me for alms to gain the three worlds for his sense gratification. Sovereignty over the three worlds is very insignificant because whatever material opulence one may possess last only for an age of Manu, which is but a tiny fractions of endless time. What a great realization. He is chastising Indra, is chastising Brihaspati. They think, they don't know. And they are thinking this heaven is a great success and they are celebrating. Instead of asking the Lord, they engage the Lord. So that is not correct. So this is the success. And Prabhupada is writing here a nice purport. Balimara was so powerful that he fought with Indra and took possession of the three worlds. Indra was certainly very advanced in knowledge, But instead of asking Vamandev for engagement in his service, he used the Lord to beg for material possessions that would lie finished at the end of one age of Manu. An age of Manu is like 309 million, uh, 600,000 years. The demigod possesses their material opulence only until the end of Manu. Time is insurmountable. So the time one is allotted, even if it be millions of years, is quickly gone. The demigods own their material positions only within the limit of time. Therefore, Bali Maharaj lamented that although Indra was very learned, he did not know how to use his intelligence properly. For instead of asking Vamandev to allow him to engage in his service, Indra used him to beg Bali Maharaj for material opulence. Although Indra was learned and his Prime Minister Brihaspati was also learned, neither of them begged to be able to render loving service to the Lord. Vamandev, therefore, Bali Maharaj lamented for Indra. Bali Maharaj said, my grandfather Prahlad Maharaj is the only person who understood his own self interest. It's a nice point he makes. He's telling, Array, only Prahlad knows. Nate vidu swartha gatim Vishnu. He only understood what is self interest. Upon the death of Prahlad's father Hiranyakashipu, Lord Narsimhadev wanted to offer Prahlad his father's kingdom and even wanted to grant him liberation from material bondage. But Prahlad accepted neither. Liberation and material opulence, he thought, are obstacles to devotional service, and therefore such gifts from the Supreme Lord are not his actual mercy. Consequently, instead of accepting the results of karma and jnana, Prahlad Maharaj simply begged the Lord for engagement in service of his servant. So, servant of the servant. That is actually what is needed. We want to serve, we don't want to enjoy. That is the great success. So Prabhupada is going to give very nice purport. He says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed that an unlearned devotee should consider himself a servant of the servant of the servant of Supreme Lord. Goper Bhartor Padkamalayor Das Dasa. In Vaishnava philosophy, one should not even become a direct servant. Prahlad Maharaj was offered all the blessings of an opulent position in material world and even the liberation of merging into Brahman. But he refused all this. He simply wanted to engage in the service. So we also want service of the servant of the servant of the Lord. Therefore, Bali Maharaj said that because his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj had rejected the blessings of Supreme Lord in terms of material opulence and liberation from material bondage, he is truly understood. He is truly understood in his self-interest. Balimaras says, persons like us who are still attached to material opulence, who are contaminated by modes of nature, and who lack the mercy of Supreme Lord, cannot follow the supreme path of Prahlad Maharaj, the exalted devotee of the Lord. So Balimaras is very humble. He said, oh, I am attached. See how we are material modes, na? Contaminated by material modes means what? We are contaminated by the pleasures that comes from material mode. We are attached to that pleasure. We are attached to the pleasure on sleeping. That means we are attached to mode of ignorance. We are attached in eating very passionate food. So any food, junk food, food from outside, they're all very dangerous. That means we are attached to passion. So if we are attached to hearing the criticism of others, backbiting, faults, or envy, these some of the things, whatever we are enjoying, na, we are enjoying in three modes only. A thing is not directly connected to Krishna, like holy name, Bhagavatam, Kirtan, association of devotees. If we are not enjoying this, default any other enjoyment apart from these things is contaminated by modes of nature, right? And here Balimar is selling the same thing. they lack mercy of Supreme Lord. That means if we are attached to these pleasures in three modes, then we lack the mercy of Supreme Lord. Cannot follow the supreme path as Prahlad Maharaj, the exalted devotee of the Lord. Clear? It is said from the that for spiritual realization must not follow great personalities. I know all these Mahajans. The path of bhakti is not at all difficult if you follow the footsteps of previous acharyas. So this is a very nice point. For us, why it is difficult? One of the reason is we are little independent in our mind. We are doing whimsically our activities. Some are initiated, second initiated, this, that, but still we go with our mind. We are not surrendered to our authority, acharyas, gurus. Bhakti is not difficult if you follow in the footsteps of previous acharyas, you see. But those who are too materially contaminated material modes cannot follow them. Although Bali Maharaj was actually following the path of his grandfather, because of his great humility, he thought that he was not. It is the characteristics of advanced Vaishnava followers following the principles of bhakti that they think themselves ordinary human beings. It is not an artificial exhibition of humility. A Vaishnava sincerely thinks this way and therefore never admits his exalted position. Actually, this purport now we can discuss for a long time. This is such a nice purport. We'll come back to it. We'll just complete this and come back. My dear King, Sridhar Goswami continued, my dear King, how shall I glorify the character of Bali Maharaj, the Supreme Lord, the Master of three worlds, who is most compassionate to his devotees, stand with club in hand at Bali Maharaj's door. When Ravana, the powerful demon, came to gain victory over Bali Maharaj, Ravana kicked him a distance of 80,000 miles with his big toe. I shall explain the characteristics and activities of Bali Maharaj in the eighth canto. I was going to tell in the future. And beneath the planet known as Sutala is another planet called Talatala, which is ruled by Dhanava demon named Maya, is known as Acharya of all Mayavis, who can invoke the power of sorcery for the benefit of the three worlds. Lord Shiva, known as Tripurari, once set fire to the three kingdoms of Maya. But later, being pleased with him, he returned his kingdom. Since that time, Maidano has been protected by Lord Shiva, and therefore he falsely thinks that he need not fear the Sudarshan Chakra of the Supreme Lord. So there are very fascinating stories in Puranas. If somebody want to give up the habit of any movies and all, we should give them the Puranas. They say, no, you hear the Puranas. The planetary system known as Talatala is known as below Talatala is known as Mahatala. It is the abode of many hood snakes, descendants of Kadru, who are always very angry. The great snakes who are prominent are Kuhaka, Takshaka, Kaliya, and Susena. The snakes in Mahatala are always disturbed by fear of Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu. But although they are full of anxiety, some of them nevertheless spot with their wives, children, friends, and relatives. So there do the enjoyment also. It is stated here that the snakes who live in the planetary system known as Mahatala are very powerful and have many hoods. They live there with their wives and consider themselves very happy, although they are always full of anxiety because of Garuda, who comes there to destroy them. This is the way of material life. Even if one lives in the most abominable condition, he still thinks himself happy with his wife and children, friends and relatives. So nice points, Prabhupada says. Very beautiful. Beneath Mahatala is the planetary system known as Rasatala, which is the abode of demonic sons of Diti and Danu. They are called Panish, Nivata Kavachas, Kalayas, Hiranya Puruvasis. Those live in Hiranyapur. They are all enemies of demigods and they reside in holes like snakes. From birth, they are extremely powerful and cruel, although they are proud of their strength. They are always defeated by Sudarshan Chakra of Supreme Lord, who rules all the planetary systems. When a female messenger from Indra named Sumara chanted a particular curse, the serpentine demon of Mahatala became very afraid of Indra. This some stories from Puranas. It is said that there was a great fight between the serpentine demons and Indra, the king of heaven. When the defeated demons met the female messenger Sarama, who was a chanter of mantra, they became afraid, and therefore they are living in the planet known as Asatala. So they went up, they had a fight, but this female messenger she chanted some mantra, they ran away and came back to Rasadala. That's what it is indicating. Beneath Rasatala is Patala or Nagaloka. There are many demonic serpents, the master of Nagaloka, such as Shankha, Kulika, Mahashankha, Sveta, Dhananjaya, Dhattarashtra, Shankachuda, Kambala, Ashwattara, Devadatta. Chief among them is Vasuki. They are all extremely angry and they have many hoods. Some snake five hooded, some seven, some 10, others hundreds, and others thousands. Those hoods are bedecked with valuable jewels. They're and light emanating from the gems illuminate the entire planet system. Thus, in the Bhaktivinoda purport of 25th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Subterranean Heavenly Planets. So we'll end here. If you have any questions, we can take for today. Any questions, comments? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, in the lower planetary systems, majority are snakes in the form of snakes, Prabhuji, and
No,
demons.
only two planets are snakes.
Okay, last one.
Last two,
Pantala
yeah.
and previous one, Prabhuji. And other planets are occupied by the demons, right, Prabhuji?
Yes, different types. Danu's
Different types
sons
of
are
demons.
Daityas, Diti's sons are Danavas. Datyas and Danavas, they are two different categories.
Oh, okay. So only by the gems emanating the light, they are eliminated, or they eliminate all the lower planetary system. It is given like that, no, Prabhuji?
Yes.
And for them, the death is coming in the form of Sudarshan Chakra.
Yeah.
It is like that.
Yes.
But they are not, anyway, they don't accept the supremacy of the Lord. They don't accept the Lord. These people, lower planetary
Ah,
system.
because they don't like that taste only.
Okay. But Prabhuji, in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, no, I will cast them in the lowest, darkest region. It refers to these only, Prabhuji.
That refers to hellish planets.
Hellish planets, not this.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, Prabhuji. You are going to continue, Prabhuji. You want to discuss that? You said no, Prabhuji. One
About humility of Bali Maharaj. I will discuss some. Maybe next class I will make some more notes and come.
Because I have a doubt on the Friday class, Prabhuji. You explained about the hierarchy of the devotees Bhagavata, who is following Varnashrama, Prabhuji. You explained, first is Bhagavatas who are chanting, hearing, chanting, and remembering. Next comes
Pancharatya.
Pancharatraka Vidhi. But they are devotees only, they do deity worship. Next comes the people who who follows Varnashrama Dharma. They worship Vishnu only, but they follow Varnashrama Dharma. It is like that, no, Prabhuji, the third level.
Yeah.
And next is Varnashrama, they don't accept Vishnu, they worship demigod, but they do follow Varnashrama Dharma. That is the fourth category, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah. They worship
Can we say
Shiva, Durga, some other sun god.
material people? Okay. Materially, most of the people they come under this category, right, Prabhuji? They worship demigod, but they follow Varnashrama Dharma.
Now, presently, nobody is following any Varnashram Dharma. Otherwise,
Yeah.
if
Mm.
they'll not, if you follow Varnashram, definitely you'll be happy because they are not following, they are not happy. That is the point.
Uh, and that next,
Varnashrama will definitely make a person happy.
because there is no, because there is lot of, they are not following the particular Varna and Ashrama, so that is why it is all gone now, right? We have to understand like that, no, Prabhuji?
Because they are not following, that's why they are not happy.
Uh,
Happiness is
but,
when you
uh,
follow material happiness, also you can get by following Varnashrama. Like, say, somebody is having a quality of Brahmana, even if he's
um,
not worshipping Vishnu, if he's teaching, is going a profession, teaching of a professor or anything, he'll be happy
mm,
only materially because
mm,
he is a
mm.
Brahmana category. If
Yes,
he's
Prabhuji.
going, instead of going for teaching, if he goes for a software job, he'll be more miserable. But if he's
But
teaching, you
people
see
are
some
going like
people
that
there,
only, no, Prabhuji. People
that
are
is the
going like that
problem.
only, no. Yeah. And they are eating a non-veg,
In
not
Kali Yuga,
saying,
na,
but
that's why
still.
people are very miserable.
Yeah. Okay. And next level is Vikarmis. They come under that next Prabhuji. They don't even follow Varnashrama Dharma. They live
Like now,
on their
presently,
own.
that is the state of people.
That is what is
They don't.
happening.
Uh,
But people are worshipping demigods, no, Prabhuji. How to understand that?
no, they are not
They
even
don't
doing it
follow
properly.
Varnashrama Dharma. They don't follow some kind of, they don't have some kind of value system and they worship demigods. How to understand this, Prabhuji?
No, worship of demigods is just that is they're trying to take help of to get their things done, but they are not following a system. Say,
Mm.
I'll tell you, like Duryodhana, he is a Kshatriya.
Mm.
They will do their duty of a Kshatriya very nicely because
Mm.
they know that will give them power. And Duryodhana enjoyed so much power and opulence because he was very
Okay.
strictly following the Kshatriya codes. He is not
Okay.
devotee.
Mm. Okay.
Karna, they're very famous people, very powerful people. See how many people were ready to die for Duryodhana.
Yes,
Many
Prabhuji.
people were ready to,
Because
11
he was a
Ashtonis
king,
people.
no? Oh, yeah, he was a king.
No,
That
king
is
means
why.
his soldiers will come. Na. He is getting others also come and kill, die for him. Burushrava, Shalya, other
Okay.
people, not Shalya, Burushrava, so many other people are also coming na, from different kingdoms.
Okay.
Not only his kingdom, other people are also coming. Why? Because he maintained that he followed all the things of a Kshatriya properly.
Oh,
But he is
okay.
having demonic mentality. So he is not surrendering to Lord, he is creating trouble to devotees, especially Pandavas. So
Okay.
that's why he is punished.
Mm.
Karna was why? How did Karna get so much power? How did Duryodhana get power? Because they are following the system. That's why they are getting power.
Okay.
Only thing
So
is they
they follow
misuse
the
that.
system.
They
Okay.
misuse
They
the
worship
system.
demigods. They worship demigods, right, Prabhuji?
Hmm.
They won't
They
accept the
worship
supremacy of the Lord.
like Kamsa is worshipping Kali.
Mm.
They are not.
Okay.
Kamsa is very powerful. Where did he get power? Because he knows what all systems should be followed. He performed
Okay.
tapasya, got it, but he will misuse
Mm.
it.
Yeah. But presently, the materialistic people, they don't even
Presently, they
follow
are
that.
not even following their thing.
Following
They're
that.
just worshipping demigods. Some benefit they may get, but
Ah,
overall they will be unhappy because they are not following the system. They are not following according
system.
to the psychophysical nature. Say you are a
Ah,
kshatriya, but you are doing a shudra job. How can you be
okay.
happy?
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay. That is what happening now.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Vallabha.
Right. Yes, Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandar pranams to you.
Done,
Prabhuji, couple of questions, Prabhuji. You were talking about the Shishumara. So I
Yeah.
presume Shishumara is just an imagery. It's not that it is existing in the shape of that. It is just that the entire zodiac system, the planetary system, the stars, nakshatra, etc., are based in that form. It's not that the form actually exists. Am I right, Prabhuji? It's just an imaginary form. The way the entire zodiac system, everything is placed, appears to be in that form. Right, Prabhuji?
See what happens now, the heavenly planets, not
Huh,
heaven, the Janaloka, Maharloka sages, when they look
huh,
down,
huh.
they are looking down, then they will see this. Bhuloka and Bhuvarloka, all these heavenly planets and all, na, Swargaloka and
Huh.
Bhuvarloka.
Huh.
When they look down, they see that all of them are resting on the Lord. And what is the form of Lord there? Shishumar form. So
It,
everything is resting on Lord. So even
okay.
the heavenly planets, all the stars, Bhuvarloka, everything is resting on Lord. Okay, if they are resting on Lord, what is the shape of the Lord when he's there? That is the inverted dolphin form.
Oh,
Like say
okay.
that should everything resting means there should be a body of the Lord. Now, what is the shape of that body of Lord is inverted Shushma. So in that way,
Okay.
it is a universal, one of the universal, like universal form we say. Now, universal form is real
Mhm.
or imaginary? It's a
It's a temporary form, not an
so
eternal form.
same thing like this. Shishumar is also like this.
Could be to assist the Ashtanga yogis or the dhyanis to kind of meditate on that form and then, attain
Hmm.
their perfection. Could be,
Yes,
right,
yes, yes, yes,
Prabhuji?
yes, yes. When they
Okay,
sit and meditate, then they will see that form and then they will be eligible to go to Janaloka, Maharloka. If they're
right.
able to see the meditate like that.
Right, right. And next question was today morning when Balram Shakti Prabhu was discussing about the discussion happening between the Dutas, Yamadutas, and Yamadharma Raja, that even a Jivatma once takes the name or offers obeisances. From that perspective, then even Dhyanis and Dhyanis also come under that purview, because initially to start with the kind of the process, whether Jnana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga, they have to take the solace of Lord Vishnu, isn't it, Prabhuji? At least in the initial stages, till they reach the whatever the samadhi stage, or
Yeah,
isn't it,
bhakti element
Prabhuji?
is compulsory. Bhakti is compulsory.
So even those seekers are also included in that particular bracket of devotees who will not see the face of Emaraj. So we can take it into that, take them also in that particular bracket, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, actually, they are actually working, but to get free from karma. In that way means they will not they will not see Emerald if they have little bit also has done credits. They if they miss something, say if a jnani makes a mistake or a karmi makes a mistake or a yogi makes a mistake, they will get some punishment. If they are initial stages, they may get very severe punishment. Don't say like any other materialistic person. Say example for Bharat Maharaj. He meditated on a deer and immediately got a body of a deer. Of course, that's an example
Yeah,
for a
that's a bad
devotee only.
thing. Uh,
But for a yogi, if he get caught up like that,
uh,
then he will not have support of Supreme Lord. He has to go through that suffering, and again he will be restored in the same position. Like say, if somebody he reached to a graduation level and he fails in the graduation, then he will waste 1 year, and after 1 year he will continue from the graduation year where he failed only na. He will not
mm-hmm.
have to go down to the primary school, secondary school, no need of that. So he
Right.
will continue from there. So they will get punishment for that. Like Bharat Maharaj's realizations and his advancement did not go. He only
Mm,
got temporarily punished for that mistake which he did.
right.
So these
Mm,
people also, if they do any mistake, they will definitely get punishment. But their realization don't go. That's what Arjuna was asking Krishna also. Are what about the imperfect yogi, fallen
mm,
yogi? So
mm,
Krishna says, no worries, because he will continue. He will be Suchinam
mm.
Srimatam Gail. He will get punishment for it. After getting punishment, he will be born in the family of Suchinam Srimatam, and his realization continues also.
So that means that includes all kinds of seekers of faith. It's not just bhakti yogis. It also includes ashtanga yogis, jnanis, karma yogis, etc. We have not been able to perfect their lives in that particular lifetime. So they again start from not from the starting point, from the point where they had left. Isn't it, Prabhuji? Not only for
Yeah.
devotees.
Yeah. So the question is whether if devotees don't go to hell, whether they also will not go to hell because they worship the Supreme Lord,
Huh,
because they are going in a path of transcendence.
huh.
They will generally they will not commit very blunder. Even if they continue blunder, They will not be punished like normal people in the hell. They will get simple lighter punishment because they're already in the path of transcendence. So they will not get.
Yeah, because their faith is also to be considered pure for the reason even the form they worship is part of the same Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the impersonal form, the Paramatma feature, everything is part of the absolute truth. So that their faith is also to be considered pure, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Okay. And third question, Parikshit was ruling the entire Bharatavarsha or Bharatakanda or the entire Bhumandala.
No, no, he's just ruling only Bharata Khanda only.
Bharatakanda, right? Only Yudhishthira was ruling the entire Bharatavarsha. Because when Arjuna went to kind of, seek, what do you call,
No,
get the
no, Bharata
treasure
Khanda
for
only.
Krishna.
Yudhishthira was also ruling Bharata Khanda only.
Then when he went to the other parts of the Bharatavarsha, we understood in our previous sessions that many of the kings, they accepted the, what do you call, emperorship of Yudhishthira, and then they said, there lies the mountain of wealth, please take them and all that stuff, right? I mean, that's what we heard
Ah,
in the
but he
previous
did not
session.
rule it. He was just
It is
going,
not ruled.
conquering and coming. He's not ruling.
Oh, okay, okay. So Parikshit and Yudhishthira, both of them were ruling just the Bharatakanda, the
Bharata
entire
Khanda
Earth
only. Yeah.
planet. Right. And next question, Prabhuji. The Bhumandala is held by the Shesha on his hoods. Because the planetary systems, upper planetary systems, zodiac, etc., are held by the Vayu. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Vayu ropes. What is that
Yeah.
Sanskrit name you said, Prabhuji? Vayu? Uh,
Uh,
there was a beautiful name. Vayu. Vayu. Something you said, Prabhuji. They're all held by the Vayu ropes. Right, Prabhuji?
yeah.
Just the Bhumandala is held on the hood of the Anantashesh. Isn't
Yes.
it, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And next question. This might be slightly different to our existing cosmology question. Can I ask?
Ah, sure.
Okay. Every Jivatma, I mean the human being, has a sthayi bhav inert with him, her, which is in a complete dormant state. Based on the particular spiritual practice the Jivatma takes up to, the dormant nature of his or sthayi bhava starts developing. Am I right in understanding?
See, everybody's Thai Baba is to serve. That is
Yeah,
Thai
so
Baba for all of
servitude
us.
is
To
there,
serve
but
is
I
there.
meant in different kind of the mellow starts developing based on the spiritual
That is
practice
based
and the
on
sampradaya.
no what type of association you are taking.
That is
If you are
basically
having,
association.
if you are racing, based on the rasa you get is based on your. If you are in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement, you get Madhuri rasa. You go to
Right.
see
Now,
Sampradaya, that
huh,
it will turn into Dasya rasa, Shanta rasa like
right.
that. So
So
it is
basically,
based on
fundamentally,
practice,
it is
your practice.
Dasya rasa. Initially to start,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Shanta rasa. Shanta
No,
or Dasya rasa, Prabhuji? Initially,
it is
that's
Dasya rasa
Dasya
is
rasa.
standard for everyone.
Standard
They
for
all are,
everyone.
we can means the desire to Jivera Surupar, Krishnera Nitya Das. That means
Hmm.
Das is always there.
Right. So, in continuation of the same thing, Prabhuji, like this lifetime, I've been associated with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya and the followers. And if I'm not able to perfect my life in this particular lifetime. So definitely, I know as I understand in the principles of Bhagavad Gita, definitely I'll give birth in a family of devotees or in an environment where I'm able to continue my bhakti process. So two questions here I have, Prabhuji. Will my bhakti practice starts from the time, I mean, is there any time that I would continue my practice in the next birth? A. B is that will my what do you call bhakti continues in the same sampradaya, or I might get also to follow some other sampradaya. Very
Time we
important to
cannot
know this,
know.
Prabhuji.
Time we cannot know. But
Uh-huh.
whether you will come in the same sampradaya or not depends on If you are very seriously understood the teachings of the Sampradaya and you have developed a strong desire to practice in this only, then only will come here. You are in general devotion, then you can go to any other Sampradaya also. It does not matter. But you are very particular about this and you are very serious about the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have understood, you have developed even little bit of devotion to Lord Chaitanya, then you will come back again to here.
That's assured,
If you
right?
if you don't have devotion for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then there is no chance. But if you have devotion for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, definitely there is a chance. Because
Mhm.
he will protect. Because that's means it's your desire. Na? If you are attached to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, means your desire. So Lord fulfills the desire. That's how we
Mhm.
get another birthday based on our desires only.
Right. Srila Prabhupada always quotes, at least many times a word, even in one murta, we can perfect our lives when he talks to the disciples for certain questions. So I was trying to understand, Prabhuji. Uh, I know how natural it is or otherwise. And second thing is that, most of our actions, like we have started practicing bhakti, and most of our actions are kind of, based on anarthas and also faith. Because we have strong faith in the Sampradaya, strong faith in the words of Srila Prabhupada, strong faith in the literatures and the scriptures of our acharyas. Just that, anarthas, like, we succumb, right? And this is where I wanted to ask you my question, Prabhuji. Is my actions more relying on my anarthas, that is Swabhav, or my faith? How to distinguish that and review my actions? Because every time it's so difficult to kind of, ponder, discriminate. No, no, I should not act like this. I should act. Sometimes there is also confusion also when I'm trying to act, right? So could you please help clarify this particular mental turmoil, Prabhuji? I mean, I don't know if I'm asking the right question. Made it sense, Prabhuji?
See, our motivation for our action, we have to always monitor it because we will get carried away by our definitely our conditioning. Like
Hmm.
say now you are asking a question.
Hmm.
So we will be having a condition. One condition is to gain knowledge. Another condition is to become closer to Krishna. Another condition is it may be fear. Array, I am lagging behind. So some
Absolutely.
condition means we want to have validation of whatever I understand. So there can be
Hmm.
so many motivations for our actions. So we have to always monitor. So even if we are little conscious about our actions, immediately we will know, okay, this is not the proper motivation. Let me change it. And
Hmm.
it is actually Krishna consciousness is a moment to moment practice. Every moment we have to check. Like not that today you have good motivation, it does not ensure that tomorrow you'll have the same motivation. It will immediately
Yeah.
change. Because
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
conditioning always now overpowers. That's why we have to regularly heal. So that we can keep our radar in proper direction or the compass should be in a proper say. Otherwise it will get distracted. So our conditionings are very strong. They are very, very strong. So we cannot come out of it for whole lifetime. We remain in the same condition. It's not easy to come out. What can we do? Only
Hmm.
is change our motivation. That means you will the way you ask, the way you do things, the way you behave, the way you it cannot be changed like that. So your condition will be like that only. Only thing we can change is our motivation. So if you
It
can
cannot be
work on your
changed.
motivation, if you say, if you do it as a service to Krishna, any activity, okay, let me give this class as a service to Krishna. Let me ask this question as a service to Krishna. I want to become closer to Krishna. So you are always motivated to be as a servant of Krishna. That's what only we can do. We cannot change our Arjuna is a Kshatriya, he remained a Kshatriya only. He did not change his nature. What he changed is way of doing motivation. Duryodhana is also fighting, Arjuna is fighting. Motivation is changed, right? So we
Mhm.
cannot overcome our conditioning, but what we can do is we can change our motivation, and that is where we have all the options. So really hearing and all is for that only.
But
Whether
Prabhuji, is it like,
faith is
sorry,
faith
sorry.
is like is faith will help you to keep a right. If you more faith you have, then the motivation is more clear for you. Okay,
Mhm.
even if I even things don't go properly, also my motivation will be this only. So if you are like Bali Maharaj is giving everything, everybody is telling, "Arey, you are a fool, don't give, don't give." But Bali Maharaj was very clear because he had a faith. That's why his motivation was very clear. He said, no, this is what is service, I will do it, no matter whatever happens. So your faith helps you to, even in most trying situations also, you will continue doing service to Lord, even if you nothing is going positive like that. That's why it helps you to keep do things right by your faith.
Mm. Mm. Okay. But is it necessary for a practicing sadhaka? Because he's devoted his life to practice Krishna consciousness. Is it every time required for him, like when he is beginning to act, that he is doing for, I'm doing for Krishna to please you, Krishna to please you? Is it required to kind of, keep repeating that, or is it that because
It
anyways I've
happens
seen
actually
my
default. Like say you have children and when you are cooking for children, you need not every time think, but you default do for your children because you love them. So that's
Mhm.
actually what happens. You default when initially we make an effort and later on it's a default. I do it for Krishna only. Like what lecture you will hear, I'll hear lecture of Krishna only. What kirtan you hear, you hear kirtan. What you eat, whatever I offer to Krishna. So it becomes a default for us that separately we not make
Mm.
endeavor. It's what we
Right,
are. That's how we
right,
become.
right.
And
Excellent.
a devotion service is not like 2 hours, 3 hours in a day. The whole mindset is devotion. 24 by
Right,
7, we should be a devotee. That should be the mindset.
right. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, when I understand about 24/7, it is as per the insights of Srila Rupa Goswami. It's not at all the 24/7 consistency in the practice. Right,
Yeah.
Prabhuji? It's
Yeah.
not 24/7, every minute, every second. It is consistent practice day in, day out.
Means 24 by 7 in the sense that is a mindset. Like your
Hmm.
mindset. Like say when the child is born for a mother, 25 by 7 she is mother only. She's sleeping
Right,
also, she is conscious. I give
right.
always this example. When I travel in the train, mother is very heavy body and she is having a small child and she is sleeping besides it. I
Hmm.
always fear why mother will not make a turn, one turn, and she will crush the child because the seat is very small in the train. But it never happens. Even in
Right.
sleep also she will not turn and no fall on the child. The child will be there and mother is sleeping.
It
Why
is
it
loaded
happens?
inside the consciousness about the presence of the baby beside her. The thought is loaded
In
inside the
even in the sleep
consciousness.
also she's she's mother
Got
only.
it. Got it. Maybe that is where I think I lack. Maybe that is where I lack them. Because that is
Yeah,
not
everybody
deep.
like we are all lacking there only. We are not 24 by 7 devotees.
Okay. So
We
that
are
is very, very important. That's how where we
we are
develop a
we are
consciousness,
devotees
right?
only for after the morning program. Again, demonic nature
Right, right,
comes
right,
out.
right, right, right.
Say what I will enjoy today.
If not demonic nature, at least the smaranam aspect is gone unless we kind of, what do you call, literally we kind of think of Krishna. It's not that constantly the smaranam happens unless you put an endeavor effort to remember. That's what the position of many of the
Yes, yes,
sadhakas. It's not
yeah.
that they turn to demonic activities or demonic thoughts. Absolutely. I mean, majority of
Yeah,
the
we will not
struggling
do demonic
sadhakas.
activity, but we do useless activity.
Uh, Not even useless. It's just that, that endeavor
They are
to
not
remember
conscious,
Krishna
na. They are
happens.
not
Ah,
conscious of Krishna means what is that activity? It is
right.
व्यर्थ, na.
Mm,
Nothing.
okay.
So, like say, talking to friends which is not connected to Krishna, hearing something which is not connected to Krishna, doing activities which are not connected to Krishna, so many
Mm.
things. So it becomes, it is not wrong activity, but it is a time. Well, it's not a productive activity.
So, do we understand that when all this entire the consciousness is strongly molded in Krishna consciousness, satatam smaranam happens at any point of time, like the mother and the baby kind of an example you gave. Then is when the perfection kind of a period starts for a sadhaka, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, then you will be like His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj or Jayapatak Maharaj or Gopal Krishna Maharaj. They're like
Okay.
24 by 7. They're consciously, they're always conscious of Krishna. That's how
That
they're
happened because of their
very intense.
seva and
You can just, very intense. You can find, you can see them. They're so intense.
right. Oh my God. The very thought of this kind of gives a fear in me. I mean, is it possible to attain perfection in this lifetime? I mean, that big question. I mean, I don't know. It's a, at least in my case, I'm talking about. It's kind of a fear out there. So,
Yeah, it's actually very difficult. If you seriously go more and more, we understand how much we are lagging and how much we are attacked by Maya. And it is
mm,
not so easy. It's a lifetime of practice to come to that stage. It didn't happen overnight for these personalities. How
mm,
much love they have for Prabhupada, how much dedicated they are for Prabhupada. Only by dedication to Guru, something like this can be possible. Otherwise, not.
mm.
Their
I mean,
love for
exception case,
Prabhupada and
yeah,
Guru is what
exception
makes us.
cases, mercy of Krishna Guru, the sadhaka can overcome this immediately. I mean, just like that. It can
Why
be
you
very.
will get mercy if he is not dedicated? If you are dedicate your life, then only we get mercy.
But somewhere also we heard in one of the sessions while Prabhuji was talking about Shat Sandarbhas, right? For some, naturally, like can happen. So for some unnatural cases, Krishna can do the sankalpa, hey, I want this sadhaka to be near me. I mean, such kind of a sankalpa, Krishna
Yeah,
can
it will be one in
happen.
100 crore. One person is like that.
Yeah.
Not all. That is like that much rare. See, in whole of Bhagavatam, it is starting from the day of Brahma. That means how many millenniums have passed and how many
Mm,
cases of Kripa Siddhi are there. Bali Maharaj,
mm.
only one
Thank
case of
you.
Bali Maharaj is there.
Thank you. So,
And
I
remaining
mean,
are
just to
all are
understand.
working only.
Understand, Prabhuji. But that means a prayer by a sadhaka, better, like, what is a better prayer? I mean, looking for that unnatural mercy that can happen. I can be one of those unnatural mercy seekers, or by going through the
See, we
struggle.
have we have to go with the process. You start serving Guru, pleasing Guru, dedicate
Mm,
your life to Guru. You have to go with the process. Like
okay.
say, you cannot expect that suddenly some university will call you and give you doctorate. No, you have to
Understand.
go to school, complete your graduation, post graduation. In
Mm,
between, suddenly they give you post PhD degree from some university. That's a different thing. But
mm,
doctorate, that how many people like Rabindranath Tagore and how many very rarely some people get the doctorate degree from a very well renowned university. Even if they don't go to the university, also they call and give it. But in
no, but
general,
the thing
everybody
is,
has to study, na?
huh, getting that shortcut degrees also doesn't make sense, because like in, as if like, current status, I go to Vrindavan Dham, I really don't know what to do, what kind of service to do, because I really don't have that knowledge. Maybe I know something about Krishna, Radha and gopis, but really I don't know how I need to behave. I mean, I'm not a right fit there right now, as I can see through, right? So no point even desiring that, because I know I don't deserve right now at this point of time. But the thing is, the desire is strong, right? So it doesn't connect. The points don't connect, right? So in that case, we pray for the mercy of Guru and Krishna, right? To help connect the dots, because even the small brain of ours, so short of understanding that entire gyan of Krishna and the entire piece of knowledge out there. I mean, sometimes I struggle. I can't even understand some basic things, and I'm looking at Golokadam. So here is my question, Prabhuji. Unless the sadhaka is completely having the gyan of everything, like, all in all, he or she will not become perfected, or the gyan starts kind of, revealing, or, the revelations happen to the sadhaka as he or she progresses and then attains perfection. How is it, Prabhuji? How that really works?
Say about Vrindavan, I will tell you. See, Vrindavan is
Oh.
not the same thing. What you are doing every day, you have to go and do it. Whole means like say you chant in the morning, you read, you hear, and
Hmm.
same thing we do in Vrindavan, little two times, three times more. That's all. Same thing we have to do. We have to chant more there. We have to read more there. We have to attend kirtan more there. Just taking darshan of Lord is service. Just sitting and attending the kirtan for 2 3 hours is service. Chanting more
Hmm.
rounds is service. Hearing more and reading more is service there. So
Hmm.
same
Hmm.
activity which I am doing for 2 3 hours in a day here, I will
Hmm.
do 7 8 hours in Vrindavan. That's all. So no need
Hmm.
to do anything separate special. We are doing sadhana. Same thing you multiply 3 times and do it for
Hmm.
how many days you stay in Vrindavan. That's all. That is a perfection. So
I'm talking
ultimately,
beyond
same
the
activity.
actions, Prabhuji. I'm talking from the perspective of the personality per se. Right now, I'm not talking about the activities. I'm talking about the subtle behavioral traits. Hope you're understanding. Like,
That
for
will be
example,
revealed by
today,
Krishna. If we are
okay.
sincere, Krishna will help us understand things, because all the things will not be given in the Shastras, all the things will not be able to told. But you become
Mm,
finer and finer, you will only start understanding. Say now, if you are in developing little sattva, little bit dirt in the house now will immediately irritate you. It is
absolutely.
not that because you have already developed the cleanliness, you start keeping everything clean, and
Mm,
suddenly some dirt comes. Your vessels for many days you didn't touch them, so much dust came. Immediately you want to clean them. Why you are
mm,
getting affected by it? And you go to some houses, they will not get affected by it. Let it be like that. But you, if you develop even little bit sattva like that, you follow all the rules nicely, na, even if you want to speak one lie or hear some wrong about others, you will immediately get irritated. You cannot do it, because
mm,
you developed that subtly. You are developing that things. So when you
mm,
start doing bhakti also, no, you start developing certain things, and something which is not connected to Krishna, you don't even want to look at it and hear, see also. So
mhm.
slowly you start developing only that type of nature. That's how we become our stand.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and please excuse my agyan and any relevant questions if felt was
No, it
not
was
taken
nice,
right.
nice, nice. You asked very nice question.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and I really I'm grateful to you because you put in a lot of efforts and go over again and again to help us understand better. That's really nice of you. And it gives us kind of, for us also the opportunity to ask questions because that fear to ask questions is like, not there. Right. With some, I hesitate to ask because I feel I'm nowhere connected there. Neither my brain is able to perceive that amount of gyan, right? But while you are speaking, while you're talking, at least that approachability. I mean, that's so very nice of you. You make us approach you so easily and we're able to connect so well. Thanks again and grateful to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Hare Krishna. We will end here. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.